The winter of 2010-2011 was a weather event that brought heavy snowfalls, a record low temperatures, travel chaos and school disruption to the islands of Britain and Ireland. It included the UK's coldest December since Met Office records began in 1910, with a mean temperature of -1 degrees Celsius, breaking the previous record of 0.1 degrees Celsius in December 1981. Also, it was the second coldest winter in the CET series, which began in 1659, falling 0.1 C, short of the all-time record set in 1890. The winter of 2010 in England saw the earliest widespread winter snowfall since 1993, with snow falling as early as the 24th of November across Northumberland and North Yorkshire. A maximum snow depth of 30 inches was recorded on the 1st of December in the Peak District, Sheffield, the Cotswold Hills and the Forest of Dean. In this event, Scotland and Northern England were most severely affected. On the 9th of December, temperatures recovered across much of the UK, causing a partial thaw. Later, on Thursday the 16th of December, a cold front reintroduced a cold Arctic airstream. This cold spell brought further snow and ice chaos back to the British Isles, with southern England, Wales, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland bearing the brunt of the wintry conditions. This led to severe disruption to the road and rail network, with several airports being closed, including London Heathrow Airport for a time. Several local temperature records were broken, including a new record low for Northern Ireland of -18.7 degrees Celsius recorded at Castleberg on the 23rd of December, 2010. By the new year, a thaw had begun, and there was no recurrence of the extreme conditions for the remainder of the winter. There was some snowfall in early January, and there was an anticyclonic spell at the end of the month that brought some cold, frosty days. February was above average in temperature and ended on a mild note, although the snow returned in much of Scotland during March. Background: during the latter part of November, northern blocking established over Greenland, which resulted in the jet stream moving south, allowing cold air to flow in from the east. Forecasters warned of the potential for severe winter weather from weeks in advance, and the government stated that they were prepared for winter weather after the previous British winter of 2009-2010 caused havoc and widespread disruption. The cold weather arrived in the British Isles on the 22nd of November, and by the 24th of November, snow showers brought by a stiff northerly wind fell over the northeast of England and northern and eastern Scotland, which resulted in 10 to 20 centimetres locally and gridlock in many of the major roads within Aberdeen during the evening rush hour of the 24th of November. In the following days, the snowfall became far more widespread, leading to widespread travel disruption, school closures and cancellation of sporting fixtures. The Met Office confirmed that it was the most widespread snowfall in the United Kingdom for 17 years. By the 2nd of December, most of the United Kingdom and much of the Republic of Ireland was covered with snow. Accumulations in the north and east of Scotland and England were over 50 centimetres in places, with over 1 metre of snow lying on much of the Scottish mountains. Snow depths elsewhere were between 5 centimetres to 30 centimetres widely. Temperatures fell widely below -10 degrees Celsius, with some areas staying sub-zero by day. On the 2nd of December, there was particularly low temperatures in major towns and cities, particularly in Scotland, where it dropped to -18 degrees Celsius in Aberdeen, and on the 3rd of December, temperatures in England broke records. However, the lowest temperature of the winter of -21.2 degrees degrees Celsius was recorded at Altnahara, Sutherland at 10 a.m. on the 2nd of December, and Braemar and Canbrace both dropped to -20 degrees Celsius on the night of the 2nd of December. As of 4 December 7, people have been confirmed to have died due to the cold weather. Reported effects. Deaths on the 30th of November in Newport, South Wales. A man was found dead in the street. It was assumed that he froze to death after collapsing with a heart attack. 2 old age pensioners were found in the snow in their gardens dead from hypothermia at the beginning of December. On the 2nd of December, 2 teenage girls died in a car crash caused by ice on the A595 in Cumbria. On the 6th of December, a 70-year-old man was found dead in the snow in a caravan park in Cleethorpes, and a man died trying to clear snow outside his home in Darlington, County Durham. There were several deaths on the 18th of December. A 17-year-old boy from Bilsington, Kent, was killed when his car left the road. 2 pedestrians died after being hit by a Range Rover in Glasgow. A woman in her 60s from the Inverness area was killed in a 3-vehicle pile-up in Huntly, Aberdeenshire, and a man in his early 30s suffered life-threatening injuries when his Mini was in a crash with a highways vehicle near Eastbourne, East Sussex, and died after an ambulance being driven by a police officer left a country road in poor weather conditions and careered into a bush on Standard Hill, in Ninfield. On the 19th of December there were several more deaths. A 33-year-old man died after falling through the ice on Doggards Lake in Rochford, Essex. A road crash killed 16-year-old James Doran and Jordan Kenny when the car they were travelling in lost control on an icy road in Liverpool, and ploughed into a garden wall. A 15-year-old girl died in a sledding accident in Douglas, County Cork, Ireland, and a 35-year-old woman and her 9-year-old son were killed in a car crash caused by ice and snow near Castle Bellingham in County Louth, Republic of Ireland. On the 22nd of December, a 48-year-old man died from hypothermia after sleeping overnight in the Bible Gardens, behind the cathedral in Bangor, North Wales. Economy. The severe cold spell came in the run-up to Christmas and was estimated to cost the British economy up to £1.2 billion a day, with a total cost of £13 billion. Retailers were particularly badly hit by lost sales, with footfall down nearly 20% compared to the same period the previous year, and as much as 30% in the West Midlands and South East. Some experts suggested that it may have a knock-on effect in delaying the reversing economic growth. Transport Road. On the 1st of December, the M1 motorway was temporarily closed, and the Forth Road Bridge was closed for over 10 hours due to heavy snowfall. This was the first time the bridge had been closed because of snow. The same day, the A57 was closed in the evening between Anston and Worksop, and over 100 motorists were stranded overnight. Thousands of motorists across Sheffield became stranded on 1 to 7 December as up to as much as 2 feet of snow fell on the city, with severe disruption across the county of South Yorkshire, including the suspension of all bus services for 24 hours. On the 6th of December, vehicles were trapped on the M8 for over 10 hours, and more than 1,000 vehicles became stuck on the M876. Rail. Eurostar rail services to the continent were cancelled on the 20th of December, causing severe delays, with queues at St Pancras station stretching more than half a mile as far back as the British Library. At the same time, services were cancelled on the East Coast Main Line between London and Peterborough due to damage to overhead power cables caused by accretion of ice. Air. At Newcastle Airport, a plane overshot its target stop position on the runway, but remaining on the hard surface. This caused the airport to be temporarily closed. No passengers were injured. Gatwick Airport and Edinburgh Airport were closed all day on the 1st of December due to heavy snow. Other effects: 7,000 schools were closed on the 2nd of December. Timeline: 22 to 24 November. As the cold weather arrived in the United Kingdom and Ireland, forecasters warned of cold and snowy conditions arriving later in the week and persisting into much of the next. Each day, the temperature dropped and wintry showers began to arrive in some parts of the Highlands. A snowstorm had moved on from southern Sweden on the 22nd to dust both Northumberland and the Scottish borders region during the 23rd before being absorbed on the 24th into the main weather system that started advancing from Scandinavia on the 23rd. Light snow fell in Aberdeenshire, Northumberland, parts of Northamptonshire, Oxfordshire and Birmingham on those days as the first storms began to clear up on the 23rd. Snow began to fall in the early evening on the 24th of November. Within an hour of the snow beginning to fall, around 2 inches was recorded in Newcastle upon Tyne. Snow fell across northern and eastern parts of Scotland and England, which caused disruption during the evening, particularly in Aberdeen. The Met Office issued many weather warnings and confirmed that the snowfall was the earliest widespread snowfall since 1993. A minimum temperature of -5.5 degrees Celsius was recorded in Benson, Oxfordshire. The Met Office issued warnings for northern Scotland, the borders, northeast England and Yorkshire and the Humber. The 25th of November. During the day, snow showers affected the north and northeast of Scotland and England. A minimum temperature of -7.0 degrees Celsius was recorded in Woodford. Snow caused problems to the Grampian district and borders, forcing over 120 schools in Aberdeenshire to close. The Met Office issued further warning of snow to much of the eastern districts of Scotland. Roads closed due to the snow were the B974, the A939 at the Lecht, the A93 at the Kenwell and the B976 Crathy to Gairnside. The 26th of November. On the 26th, nighttime temperatures plummeted well below 0 degrees Celsius, with the Welsh towns of Sennybridge and Trowscoid being among the coldest places at -10.2 degrees Celsius. The village of Dalwhinnie in the Scottish Highlands saw the temperatures fall to -8.2 degrees Celsius, and Chesham in Buckinghamshire fell to -7 degrees Celsius. And Preston in Lancashire recorded -5.8 degrees Celsius. A cold snap heralded the earliest winter snowfall for 17 years. A minimum temperature of -9.1 degrees Celsius was recorded at Redesdale Camp, Northumberland. Ireland was hit by snowfall. Overnight, a front brought by a northeasterly wind brought 5 to 10 centimeters of fresh snow to many parts of Scotland, with 10 to 15 centimeters in northeast England. The AA dealt with an estimated 15,500 calls regarding breakdowns on the 26th. The night of the 26th-27th saw a thunderstorm damage electrical systems and flood roads, causing disruption transport services on the 27th, with trains in Dublin worst hit. The 27th of November. The morning of Saturday the 27th of November saw Ireland freezing in what could be a rather costly cold snap, as it emerged that the extreme weather earlier this year cost a colossal €297 million in insurance payouts due to the snow, causing damage was also caused to homes and other buildings all over the country. The Irish Insurance Federation revealed there were 22,450 claims from the public, the vast majority of which involved snow or ice damage to people's homes. The Dart and the Northern Commuter and Maynooth commuter lines were not running, and Belfast and Rosslare train services out of Dublin were also affected. the main runway at Dublin Airport due to snow and ice for most of the day. The extreme weather was reminiscent of the winter storms of 2009-2010, which were the worst in recent Irish history. The Met Office severe weather warnings remained in place across much of the UK, with Scotland and North East England predicted to have the heaviest snowfalls, with new warnings are also in place for icy roads in Northern Ireland and Wales, as forecasters reckon it could remain cold and snowy for up to 2 weeks. Some FA Cup second-round football matches could be affected, with Saturday horse racing at Newcastle upon Tyne the first to be called off. Snow was causing problems on the M6 through Staffordshire, so gritters were out in force as temperatures dipped to -3 degrees Celsius. By the middle of the 27th, up to 1.5 inches of snow fell in parts of Staffordshire overnight, while residents in the Black Country also woke up to a covering today, with warnings of with blizzards expected in the region, with a predicted snowfall of 8 inches over the next few days. Snow was causing problems on the M6 through Staffordshire, so gritters were out in force as temperatures dipped to -3 degrees Celsius. The Met Office warned that most of the snowfall during last night was in Staffordshire, but with showers in the West Midlands and Shropshire at around dawn. By the afternoon, the AA had faced a 40% rise on a normal Saturday in November, a spokesman said. The worst affected areas were around Newcastle upon Tyne, Mid Wales, North Wales, Norwich, Leeds and Bradford. Motorists in Wales and Northern Ireland struggled with icy roads, while Scotland was facing more heavy snow and drifts thanks to a biting wind. The Met Office warned of icy roads in Greater London and the South East, the South West, the East Midlands, Yorkshire and Humber and North East England. North East England, Yorkshire and the Humber, the East Midlands and the South West were also braced for heavy snow. About 10 inches of snow was expected over the higher parts of the country, with a light dusting in Greater London and lower-lying parts of the English Midlands. They reckoned that the cold snap would continue, with snow blanketing swathes of the country by the middle of this week. A minimum of -10.2 degrees Celsius at Trosgood, Wales was recorded. Further snow showers gave additional accumulations in the north and east. Ocado Inline supermarket had seen a surge in demand for Drysa with sales, while the cold weather had also brought a 42% increase in sales of cough medicine. Tesco had also seen a rise in the sales of Drysa and table salt. The 28th of November, the CET mean of -4.0 degrees Celsius was of note on this day, due to it being the lowest November CET mean since -4.6 degrees Celsius was recorded on the 24th of November 1904. The lowest temperature of the month was also recorded today, of -17.5 degrees Celsius at Lyddenham, Wales. Heavy wet snow affected southern and eastern Scotland widely, giving 10 to 20 centimetres, but 20 to 30 centimetres in places. Thundersnow was reported around Dundee. The 29th of November, minimum of -16.1 degrees Celsius at Altnahara, Scottish Highlands. The Met Office at Rathlinton-on-Ouse in North Yorkshire recorded a record low for November of -11.2 degrees Celsius. Earlier that month, on the 4th, it had recorded a record maximum for November of 17.6 degrees Celsius. The heavy wet snow which had been affecting Scotland the day before gave thundersnow to northeast England, and further accumulations of 10 to 15 centimetres. Accumulations widely exceeded a foot across southern and eastern Scotland and northeast England by this point. The 30th of November, minimum of -15.0 degrees Celsius at Altnahara, Scottish Highlands. After a dry night, snow showers returned to the north and east, northwest England. Most notably Greater Manchester and parts of West Yorkshire had the first snowfall of the winter overnight, which caused many disruptions. According to the Manly Central England temperature record, the second coldest December ever recorded in Central England. Also the coldest December in the UK since UK records began in 1890, and the coldest December in the Republic of Ireland since official records began. The 1st of December, a minimum of -21.1 degrees Celsius was recorded at Altnahara, Scottish Highlands. A band of snow moving north affected Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire, South and West Yorkshire, giving significant accumulations here, with further frequent heavy snow showers to northeast England and eastern Scotland. Up to 40 centimetres of snow was recorded in Rotherham and Sheffield, 20 centimetres of fresh snow in Mansfield, 20 to 30 centimetres in Leeds, 30 centimetres in Pontefract, and up to 40 centimetres in parts of Lincolnshire. The 2nd of December, during the night of 1 to 2 December, an extremely heavy belt of snow affected southern England. Heavy and persistent snow started falling on the south coast at around 8 p.m. and on the morning of the 2nd of December there were large snow depths reported widely all across East and West Sussex and parts of Kent, Surrey, Gloucestershire and Hampshire. Snow depths: Kent, Mepham 45 centimetres, Sussex, Brighton 32 centimetres, South Downs 60 centimetres, Burgess Hill 35 centimetres, Crawley 30 centimetres, Horsham 35 centimetres, Gloucestershire, Drybrick 56 centimetres, Surrey, Redhill 25 centimetres *, Epsom 33 centimetres *, Kenley 37 centimetres *, Selsdon 36 centimetres *, Hampshire, Southampton 20 centimetres, Petersfield 25 centimetres *. Total from the 30th of November to the 2nd of December. Snow also affected Lincolnshire and Yorkshire, with accumulations locally reaching 30 to 40 centimetres. Level snow depths of up to 70 centimetres were reported in places in Scotland, with 71 centimetres at Bathgate, West Lothian. The 3rd of December, an all-time record low of -17.9 degrees Celsius recorded at Rathleaming and -19.0 degrees Celsius at Raftop Cliff in North Yorkshire. The 6th of December, heavy snowfall in the central belt in Scotland led to the closure of the M8 motorway for 2 days, with hundreds of motorists stranded overnight. The resulting political furore led to the resignation of Scottish Minister for Transport, Stuart Stevenson. The 9th of December, mild and northwesterly winds initiated a rapid thaw. This was to be a sudden end to a dramatic cold spell for most until cold conditions returned. Later in the month, the 15th of December, from late evening, a cold front reached the Shetland Isles and moved southwards across Scotland overnight. Mild air preceded the front, with cold air straight from the Arctic following it, resulting in some rapid temperature drops throughout Scotland and its isles overnight. An unofficial temperature of 11.6 degrees Celsius, the highest of the month so far, was recorded near Legg, Scottish Highlands at around 7 p.m. in the milder air. The 16th of December, a cold front continued to move southwards across the UK, passing Northern Ireland and Northern England during the morning and into midday, and reaching central and then southern parts of the UK during the afternoon and into the evening. However, relatively little snow actually settled across most of the UK, due to the short-lived nature of the snow showers associated with the front. Areas of northern Scotland in particular did receive upwards of 30 centimetres of snow during the day, resulting in many school closures and disruption to transport. The 17th of December, the Met Office issued an extreme weather warning for Northern Ireland and North Wales as very heavy snow showers brought by a northerly wind made conditions dangerous and dumped over 30 centimeters of snow in many places. Heavy snow began to fall in Devon and approximately 8 centimeters of heavy snow also fell in Manchester. The 18th of December, following overnight snow showers, a band of snow organized itself over the West Midlands during the day, resulting in 10 to 15 centimeters lying in a wide area from Shropshire to around Coventry, and south into Warwickshire and parts of Worcestershire and Gloucestershire. 20 centimeters was reported from higher ground south of Birmingham. The M5 was gridlocked, and shops in the Birmingham area closed early on the last Saturday before Christmas. A number of passengers travelling by coach had to spend the night at Birmingham coach station due to not only coaches for onwards destinations being unable to depart and arrive Birmingham, but also widespread disruption to train services making onwards alternatives impossible. Snow also fell to the southeast, including London and Oxfordshire, with Heathrow Airport closing its runways for a time, leading to long delays. On one of the busiest Christmas shopping days of the season, Brent Cross Shopping Centre was closed. Overnight, temperatures plunged to as low as -8 degrees Celsius in parts of southeast England and Greater London. The 19th of December, a minimum temperature of -19.6 degrees Celsius was recorded in Shawbury, Shropshire. Heathrow Airport continued to be affected with only 20 flights from a scheduled 1,300 taking off. Heavy snow affected northeast England, with 10 to 15 centimeters in South Northumberland. The 20th of December, a minimum temperature of -17.6 degrees Celsius was recorded at Castleberg, a new record for Northern Ireland, and -19.6 degrees Celsius was recorded at Chesham, Buckinghamshire. Heavy snowfall was also reported over large parts of Devon, causing major travel disruption. The 21st of December, Dublin Airport and City of Ggoere Airport were forced to fully close. 15 centimeters of snow was recorded at Dublin Airport. The band of snow dumped several more centimeters over an area stretching from North Wales, through parts of Cheshire, Shropshire, Staffordshire and into the West Midlands by the morning of the 22nd. The 23rd of December, only 3 days after breaking the record minimum for Northern Ireland, Castleberg broke the record again with a low of -18.7 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, further snow showers affected northeast England, but fresh accumulations only reached around 5 centimeters. The 24th of December. On the 24th, it was decided to cancel the 27th ARFU's Magners League meeting with Leinster as Ulster's Ravenhill pitch froze under heavy snow. Both Northern and Southern Ireland were under heavy snow, bitterly cold with thick snowfall in many places, and scattered, mainly light snow showers in the north and east. Later in the day, a band of more persistent and heavy snow reached northern and western Scotland, resulting in further accumulations of several cm of snow. 63 centimeters of lying snow was reported at Braemar, Aberdeenshire. The 25th of December, snow fell in many parts of Scotland, giving the country 2 consecutive white Christmases. Venus, well elongated as a morning star, provided a bright Christmas star. It was also the coldest Christmas day, with a CET of -5.9 degrees Celsius since Christmas Day 1830. The Republic of Ireland's lowest ever December temperature on record was recorded on this date. The mercury plummeted to -17.5 degrees Celsius at Strade, County Mayo. 27 centimeters of lying snow are recorded at Casement Aerodrome Weather Station in Dublin. The 28th of December, thousands of homes and businesses in Northern Ireland and Wales were without water as melting snow and ice revealed many burst pipes. Northern Ireland Water said it was alternating supplies from reservoirs in order to help alleviate the crisis in which some properties had been without supplies since before Christmas. January again was colder than average across the UK, though much milder than December, with a mean temperature across the UK of 3.1 degrees Celsius. In contrast to December, it was dry across most of the country. It had more frost than average across most of the UK. However, freezing rain caused disruption in Shropshire, and Greater Manchester experienced heavy overnight snow which affected travel on the morning of the 4th, and snow fell in the West Midlands and parts of Wales, Cheshire and Lancashire on the 7th of January. Welsh flood warnings stay in place in 4 areas, with roads closed after heavy bursts of rain affecting Conwy and Gwynedd. By 15.55 GMT, there were 4 flood warnings and 6 flood alerts. The 16th of January 2011. February was a mild month with very little frost and much of the country having its first snow-free February since 1998. The only significant wintry weather came on the 18th, -21 stone, when some overnight dustings of snow fell as far south as the Midlands. Heavy snow once again started to cover parts of Scotland, affecting travel from the 9th of March, with fresh snowfalls bringing more travel disruption on the 12th of March. Persistent snow affected much of the Highlands of Scotland during the 12th-13th of the month, with reports of 40 centimetres of lying snow near Fort William and 60 centimetres of lying snow to the north of Aviemore, with severe drifting. December 2010 temperature. The epicenter of the cold wave was seen in December, as seen in the station data from Met Office. All data is sourced from the 2 sources below, with the averages being the official 1981 to 2010 climate normals. Inclusion is limited to stations that had average nights below freezing, in effect everywhere except ultra-maritime stations such as Camborne and Tiree.